Hello, yoga friends. Welcome to your standing balance practice today. So we're going to spend about 10 or 15 minutes together moving through a little standing sequence that you can do as often as you like. I'll be using a chair to assist with some of the balance. You could always use a countertop or even just a wall would work fine. So we'll begin standing in mountain pose. So feet are hips width apart, toes are pointing forward, and arms are by our sides. Take a moment just to sort of notice your own posture. So where is your weight centered over your feet? Do you notice if it's a little bit forward? Does it feel like you're always kind of on the balls of your toes, kind of in that ready position to move forward? Does it feel like your weight's more back on your heels? Or do you tend to list a little bit more to one side or the other? So there's no judgment, there's no good or bad. Just notice where you're starting from. And then we're going to find center on our feet together. So let's rock a little forward. So we're just gliding forward until you feel the toes starting to grip the floor a little bit. And then back onto your heels. So again, just gliding forward, shifting your weight to the front of the feet, and then shifting your weight to the back of the feet. Do that one or two more times so we're just noticing where we are. So we're working on a little proprioception here. Where are we in the space around us? Okay. One more time, forward and back. And then center your weight equally front to back. Take a little breath there. Notice if already that's starting to feel a little bit different. Okay, now we're going to rock and sway a little side to side. So we're rolling from the inner edge of the feet to the outer edge of the feet. And just sort of notice the texture of the floor or your mat or whatever is underneath your feet as you roll across it, side to side. Don't rush, take your time. This is a little foot exploration here. And then again, we're going to center our weight on our feet. And imagine that my hand is the sole of my foot, and we're looking for 4 points: the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and the inner and outer edge of the heel. So we have this rectangle of support under the feet. So can you kind of feel your weight spreading out across those 4 points? Maybe even spreading your toes out a little bit. Let your knees be soft. So it feels like you're spreading into your feet prints, right? So if your feet have been tucked up in shoes all winter long, imagine that you're now taking a walk in the soft spring grass or on the warm sandy beach, and we can just really spread out into our feet again. So again, let's take another breath and just feel your weight draining all the way down. So now placing your hands on your hips and just begin to circle them around. So a little hip circle here. And just notice that we're moving down through all of the lower body joints. So we're moving through the hips, through the knees, down through the ankles, and again we're kind of rolling around the feet. So we're really giving our body a lot of feedback here about where is center. This is a way to kind of turn on our internal GPS. Let's go the other way around. So finding center, getting a really nice hip and back stretch along the way. Okay, take that one more time around. And again, as you come back to center, press down into your big, beautiful feet prints. And imagine that you are standing on a wooden floor and that you are trying to press the floorboards apart. So you're isometrically pressing the feet out wider. Now you want to make sure you unlock your knees to do this. So just have a soft bend in the knees. Think of pressing the feet out wider, and you're probably going to start to feel these outer hip and leg muscles waking up a little bit more. That's good. So we're going to take this into our chair pose now. So reaching your hips back as though you were sitting down into an imaginary chair, still pressing the feet out wide. Now this isn't like gripping for your life, trying to press the floor apart. It's like maybe 5% effort. So it's just enough to bring some awareness to not letting the legs collapse in. So really calling upon that strength and energy of the lower body to support you. All right, so 5% effort. We're going to press the floorboards apart, sitting back into your chair pose as your arms reach forward. Also here, make sure your hips are not tucking under. So you're going to think about folding from your hip crease, reaching back, and pause. From here, let's lift up, just moving through the body a little bit, sinking back down. Pressing through your strong legs, feet, and sinking back down. So let's do 3 more with your breath. So you're going to inhale, lift. Exhale down. Just coordinating that effort. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend, and pause. Now you really get to decide how far you go down into your chair pose. It can be a little bit or a lot of it. Take care of your body, take care of your knees. We're gradually building the strength of our legs. And from here, we're going to dive up to the ceiling. So we press up, 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 up. Big breath in. Then just take that right arm down, little side bend over. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, other way. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring your hands home to your heart. Down by your sides. Taking a moment just to drop your awareness inside, noticing your body, noticing your breath. And let your weight land on the ground. Lovely. All right. So turning to face your chair, your wall, your countertop. We're going to work through our ankles a little bit. So just starting with our heel lifts. So we're going to lift the heels up. Take a moment to be there and kind of spread your weight out across all 10 toes. So you can feel equal effort in the ball of the big toe and the little toe. Okay. From there, just lower back down. And again, we float up and down. So we're working to strengthen the ankle joints a little bit more here. Let's do 2 more. Last one, and then we're going to take this into a slow prance. So we're going to lift the heels up, bend one knee, press the opposite heel down, lift, and switch to the other side. So I really want you to take your time with that and feel this sort of articulation through the feet. So we're rolling through the feet, stretching the feet, the ankles, the calves. Just enjoy that. Let it be a little bit of a yummy moment for your body. Okay, do that one more time each way, and then we're going to pick up the pace. I'm going to pick up tempo. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go a little quicker. So don't lose the integrity of the movement as you pick up the pace. So switch, 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 switch. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax your heels down. Now you're going to bend your knees forward, and rather than sending your hips back like we did for chair pose. Think about your back being against a wall, and you're just going to slide down that wall as the knees reach forward. So it's a little bit of a calf stretch, but we're also working on some ankle mobility here. So try not to let your heels lift. You're going to keep your heels down as long as you can. Bend your knees forward, hips underneath you, and then up. And just do that one more time. Bend and up. Good. All right, shake a leg. Shake a leg. Okay, and then turn to the side. So I have my right hand on the chair. From here, I'm going to come into Stork Pose and just play with a little bit of our balance. So don't worry if you can't stay up there very long. It doesn't matter. We're just building into a balance practice. So your left leg is going to be your strong standing leg as we pick up the right knee. So holding here for a moment, just let that movement, let that balance register for a second. And then place that foot back down. Again, lifting the right knee up. So we're spreading into our left footprint. We're staying lifted and tall through that side. And we can bring the left arm forward. So choosing to stay here, just taking a few breaths, or maybe seeing how that right arm feels about also coming forward. Oh, wiggles and wobbles are our friends. Remember that. Deep breath. Maybe the arms come up, maybe they stay in front of you. Maybe the foot comes down to the floor and then you come back up when you're ready. Arms out and down with the leg. Ooh, and just that little fancy prance, kind of stretching back through your hips a little bit more this time. Good. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. So bringing your chair to the left or just turning your body around. So now your right leg is your root, standing tall and strong on that side. So think about the footwork that we've done. So we're spreading wide into our footprint. Balanced weight between those 4 points under the foot. And as you're ready, bring your left knee up. Pause for a moment, just let your body find that position. Shoulders soft. And then lower that foot back down. Okay. Coming back up again. Now, you might stay right here. You might need to bring that leg down and rest and bring it back up again as you're ready. So if this is new to you and you're building up your strength, your endurance, you might just kind of even move in and out of Stork Pose a few times. Okay. And then here's some options to build onto our balance challenge. So the right arm can come forward. Let's take a breath here. Maybe the left arm joins it. Arms can sweep up. And then out and down as that leg comes down. And then again, just kind of roll through the feet, stretch back into the hips a little bit, side to side. Go ahead, turn to face your chair or your wall, wherever you are, and just step back to a little forward fold here. Again, knees are soft, so we can free up the hamstrings and reach back through the hips. The arms come forward, and you can let the elbows just sort of dangle towards the floor a little bit here. That might feel easier on your neck and your shoulders if there's some tightness there. Maybe take a little hip wag side to side. Just basically finding any little feel-good movement here. Maybe a little cat curl, tucking the hips under, and then sending the hips back, heart forward. Why don't we do that 1 or 2 more times? This can feel really lovely on the back. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, tuck and round. Let's stay tucked in. Walking up towards your chair. Coming all the way back to center, to your mountain pose. Hands to your heart. And thank you for joining me for a little balance play today. Namaste.